How would you make the Continental Classic interesting if you had to book it? In New Japan's G1 tournament, they have top stars and some lower card wrestlers along with the world champion. The winner gets a shot at Wrestle Kingdom, but with the Continental Classic, it's a bunch of guys fighting for the Continental Classic belt, no real stakes. I remember one year Mox was in the G1 dominating and got beat by Toru Yanu. Who? Yanu is a comedy character that everyone expected to lose. Mox took him lightly and ended up losing through a fluke victory, adding unpredictability. Would you apply your formula of one guy goes over, one guy gets over, make a guy, and give someone a rub to this tournament? Sorry for the long email. Wishing you all the best as always, Carlos Hernandez. I hate tournaments because if you're going to have top guys fight each other, it should be episodic television with an angle involved for reasons to actually want us to see them fight and why they're fighting. A tournament, you do anybody, literally a 5-year-old kid that watched wrestling for 2 weeks can book a tournament. It's very easy to book. There's not a lot of sophistication. It's just a bunch of matches. We think the work is so great that like it's a highlight of wrestling and stuff. And I just don't think it's interesting, and the fans don't think it's interesting because the numbers have dictated that it still hasn't crossed 600,000 viewers on any of these Continental Classic shows. So I'm like, I hate to say I'm right, but I mean I'm right. Nobody cares about tournaments where you're not fighting for anything.
What would you say, Joe? How would you make it more interesting?
I'm sorry, I'm doing something with Zoom right now. I have to upgrade the account. I don't know why they changed it, but I didn't hear the
Well,
question.
anyways, the yeah, I totally agree. It's just another meaningless belt nobody cares about
Not even a
in
belt.
or tournament
Yeah, right.
in a place that's full of belts and tournaments. All right, I agree 100% with what you said. We don't do tournaments in AAA because I really don't like them. But there is one tournament we do, which is called Rey de Reyes, which is King of Kings, where at the end you get this gigantic sword, right? And we do like this guy goes against this guy, the winner of that goes against this, but at the end you're the Rey de Reyes, which usually leads into you getting a title shot. But if you're not fighting for something, for a title or a shot at a title, it's meaningless. I'm not a fan. This is the New Japan effect on AEW,
Right.
which sometimes does, especially the way they've done it, does not translate well. Like you
Well,
said, the readings have said it's as
let's
much, the
let's let,
ratings.
let's bring up another point. What what things from New Japan style wrestling, from Japan style wrestling, has been incorporated into American wrestling that has shown to like resonate and be worthwhile and garner fans? No, I would literally say nothing. They've taken this Japanese fighting spirit spot where everybody in the middle of the match stops and forearms each other in the face 5, 10 times, and they don't sell it, which they do in Japan. I know everybody does it. That was taken from Japan. It looks stupid, okay? And these tournaments, none of them you can sit to resident say like any of this stuff is good. It's like I'm sorry, as much as this internet dorky internet community thinks that Japanese wrestling is so superior to the American style and stuff, and we're incorporating the style, bro. No Japanese wrestlers get over here.
Here's
Tons
the
of American.
problem.
Well, let me
Here's the
finish.
problem,
Just let me
bro.
finish the sentence. Tons of American wrestlers get over in Japan. Okay,
Okay,
and so I would say that why are we trying to integrate the Japanese style when the American style is truly the superior style of wrestling, globally? I would say that. Go ahead.
right. Well, the problem is that, first of all, none of the Japanese wrestlers wrestle like they're in Japan. That's number one. Number two, you got guys copying them and doing lazy forearms. I've seen people lay it in and it looks good.
Hmm.
But almost everybody does lazy. It's like all these guys that copy lucha,
Hmm.
especially the
Right.
women, and they do it
Slow
terrible.
slow motion. It's like you're
Right.
just doing it just
They're
for doing it,
not,
but it
they
doesn't
don't
look
do it
good.
with
Right.
confidence, right?
Right.
Where the luchadors are doing. So that's the problem. You got Japanese wrestlers not wrestling like they do in Japan, okay? And you got lazy people doing lazy forearms and other stuff, trying to copy that, and people copying lucha and not very well.
You know what? You notice? But here's a good example. It's like professional NFL football and lingerie football. Okay, like lingerie football is good and stuff, but like the girls are trying to do professional football, dude. The people that play professional football have been doing it since they've been like 5 years old, and the repetitions are off the charts, and that's why they look so good doing it. Like women doing lucha, you don't have the repetition because you haven't been trained and like started doing lucha and have these reps, well, like constant repetitions of doing lucha style. You try and cosplay the style. It just like I said, it's like would that be a good equivalent? It's like comparing lingerie football to NFL
I don't know
football.
about lingerie football, but the thing is, you're not confident in what you're doing. You copied something, you tried it once or twice in practice, and now you think you're proficient. You
Right,
know, lucha libre is a style. You know what I'm saying? It isn't
right,
just a couple high spots. But anyways,
right.
Let me answer since Conan asked before. I don't think that they spotlighted and like there's no build to it through the year. Like it just shows up. Here's the tournament, and I don't think tournaments have worked in a long time. I mean, even the last one I remember that worked was the NXT Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Tournament Classic, whatever it was called, and even that only worked once or twice. King of the Ring, nobody really. It's not a big deal anymore. The TNA did the Bound for Glory, like a lot of these tournaments and
Well,
series style stuff. People aren't really into them anymore.
the only thing that was interesting, okay, and it didn't do that great for ratings, but at least it was an interesting concept. Remember Conan back in TNA, we did the World Cup
That's cool.
tournament.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Japanese, Mexican, Canadian, and American teams. And that's like, okay, now you have like, because now you can cut promos. Like our, so like there's actual interest and stuff, everything, but just throwing all the wrestlers on a dartboard that looks like a tic-tac-toe board with, points and stuff, everything, it just looks silly. It's like there's no interest.
Plus, that spotlighted the guys that weren't normally around. Teddy was from Canada. Hoovy represented Mexico. The Japanese guys that came in. Now, there's no stars from other countries to represent them because they're here. They're already
Right,
here. You
right.
see them every week or whatever, or every month.
MikeDurbin.com. You can get the WCW-esque Conan in that K-Dog Wolfpack style. Man, this Conan might be Bendy of the Year right now.
I told you.
Yo. Let me speak on this. Mike Durbin Productions exclusive. Conan, I was the most impressed with Conan, man. It's like undercover Bendy of the Year. It's a really nice figure. The do-rag is freaking awesome in person. I love the exclusive with the WCW packaging. I love this one with the camo. It's really nice.
and I will say a figurine expert who went to TJ on Friday, Matt Cardona, put it over as being a good figurine as far as figurines go.
Yo. Hold on. Let me speak on this. Exclusive Mike Durbin Productions. K-Dog. Look at that. Listen to K-Dog keeping it 100. Logo on the back. MikeDurbin.com. Get it right now. Low key might be Bendy of the Year. Go get it.
What's up? I just want to thank you guys for watching this clip. Don't forget to hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And join our YouTube membership for hours and hours of exclusive, unedited, uncensored content. And being a member will help you get involved in our upcoming live streams. Thank you for your support. Thank you for riding with us. I know you got a lot of other podcast choices, be it wrestling or other ones. And thank you for picking us. Boom.